What really makes a successful person? We all have assumptions. It could be IQ, inherited wealth, good parents, health, good looks, charisma, EQ, education, the people you know, maybe luck. Chances are, you think success is tied to one or three of those. Innately, I'm sure that I always have. But apparently, that's not the case. Psychologist and educator Angela Duckworth did extensive research, studying kids in the spelling bees, West Point military graduates, rookie teachers, corporate salespeople, and everything in between. And she found that those aren't the factors for success. Smarter kids don't necessarily do better in school. Charismatic, better looking, high EQ salespeople don't necessarily sell more stuff. So you're probably asking skeptically, what is it then? The answer is grit. Grit is the common denominator for success. The persistent, disciplined, ceaseless commitment toward improving your future and achieving your goals. The ability to get up day after day and do what needs to be done. Seth Godin describes this as being a professional, doing the work no matter what, even when you don't feel like it. This is the factor that everyone who does well has in common. People who don't see failure as a permanent state, but who continue to get up and keep going. People who passionately stick to accomplishing their goals, not for weeks or months, but for years. According to Duckworth, brains and talent have nothing to do with this. In study after study, smart people are just as likely to not follow up on their commitments as everybody else. In fact, smart and talented people sometimes exhibit less grit than their less gifted peers. You might be thinking that this is bad news. No one wants to hear that hard work is the answer, but the ramifications are huge. This means that regardless of the hand of cards you were given, the disadvantages you have been born with, if you work hard day after day, if you can be disciplined, the odds end up tipping in your favor. But what if you know deep down this isn't you? What if you know that you're lacking grit? What if you've got a history of giving up on your goals prematurely? Well, welcome to the club. This is pretty much all of us. You're in luck though, because grit and discipline can be trained. You get better at it the more you do it. And if you know that this one characteristic is the fundamental key to your long-term success, you now have a great reason to go after it. Like anything, the key is to start small. Navy SEAL Admiral William McRaven famously told us all that we should start by making our beds every morning. This is a great start. Next, maybe add flossing to your oral hygiene routine. Keep stacking on these practices that you can succeed at doing every day. And the more you do it, the better you'll get. To use myself as an example, I've been writing a blog every Sunday for the last 158 weeks. What are the odds that writing the blog is exactly what I wanted to do every Sunday for the last 3 years? What are the odds that I felt motivated and excited for 158 weeks in a row? Not great. But I think of Seth Godin, about being a professional, and now, 158 weeks in, I'm a lot better at doing this every Sunday than I was when I started. In the beginning, there were a bunch of weeks where I was up late writing the blog before going to bed because I had put it off all day. Now, I finish every day in the early afternoon, typically before my 3 o'clock chess lesson. And I'm sure that will continue to improve as well. Once you know the real source of success, all of your excuses get stripped away. You can't blame it on your disability that you were born with, or your parents, or the money in your bank account. Consistent and sustained hard work, treating life like a marathon instead of a sprint, grit, is the great equalizer. And it's the chance you have to prove everybody wrong. You just have to start. You know who showed some incredible grit last night? Your mom. She was not giving up. Also, she subscribes to this channel and likes all my videos, and you should too. Thank you so much for watching, and you will see me on the next one.